back to my channel, and today is Tuesday, so we're doing the Junk Journal 101, making a junk journal from scratch, whether it's all junk or it's some digitals with some junky papers, whatever it may be. But I've set my timer for half an hour, so let's pitter patter. So I have, last week we did the signatures, and I have worked on 4 of them off camera, but I saved this one to work with you. So we're going to just do a very simple, I've got some items here that I want to play with. And this here is that vellum, and I ran it through my embosser, and then I inked it, but the ink, I don't think you can see the ink didn't stay on there. Well, it did here. But then I took some gold paint and just put a little bit of gold on there just to add a little flavor. Add some flavor. So I'm going to just put this off to the side. I don't want to get it dirty or anything. Okay, so I have some pages here. I don't print on the other side because I like to add textures and whatnot. So this one here, I thought this signature doesn't have any of these pages in here. So I thought, well, why not add a page? And it's just as simple as gluing it in. And I am going to leave, what I think what I'm going to do is I don't want that sticking out that far. So I'm going to just take a little bit off of that. And I am going to use, I don't mind using this glue for these. It gives my pages, you can see a little bit of texture, and I'm okay with that because I like that look. I accidentally left my glue open all night, and now this just really is being a pain in the butt. Batutski. It doesn't want to open. There we go. So either I leave it open or I don't know, take it apart and see if I can clean it. I don't know. But anyways, let's make sure that I got this lid on very well. So I'm just going to take, and because I have this fancy edging on here, I'm not going to do anything with this edge, because I like that look. And it's going to overhang, so I'm not going to put no glue in there. Another nice thing to do is to collage, and we're going to collage on one of the pages too. And I can see it's a little short, and I'm okay with that because we'll just ink around. We'll ink around that. And we'll ink that a little bit. There we go. As long as this closes, that's what matters. And I like that look. Okay, so let's go to, okay, so now we have, remember I said don't glue all the way to the edges. Let's do something here. So what I like to do is I take and I run some glue along here. And I put stuff in there. Now this technique I originally learned from Rose of Wild Rose Bohemian. She did a tutorial on this, and I just went with it because I really like the idea. I like the interest in the pages. Just going to, and this is just tissue paper. I've been playing with tissue paper, so I had it on my desk, and I thought, okay, it gives it a little added texture. I'm going to leave that like that. And I have this napkin that I thought, well, it might look good too in here. Just gives it a look of something different. And I'm just going to put it this way. I don't want the straight edge in there. But what it looks like to me is it looks like there's something in here that looks like you should be able to open it up, but you can't. And let's put a little of this in there too. It doesn't bulk up the pages. Well, I mean, you could make it bulk up the pages if you added too much, but if you just keep it very thin, it just gives that, see, it just gives that little added interest to the page. Something that makes you go, oh, what's that? And now the thing with this glue is it does take a little while to dry, but we can open and close our page and move on to the next one. We're just going to stick that in there by about like so. There we go. And if anything is too long, hanging out, just cut it off. Okay. And as you can see, this page just needs to be trimmed a little bit, so I'm going to trim that. I could have inked it, but I'm going to leave that little piece hanging up there because it adds, again, it adds interest. And I like adding interest to the pages. Okay, let's move on to what do we got next? Okay, this page here. So I started and then I went, oh, no. Let's do this together. So I like to take and fold my pages and do different things with them. Again, to add interest. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to make it a little pocket. But what I'm going to do is I am going to trim it right to about here because my first stitch will go in here. So, and I got a perfect, look, I got a nice straight line to play with here too. I'm just going to cut that down like so. And even that like there. Okay. And then I'm going to take my circle punch. If you don't have a circle punch, just find something round and make a little divot. Or don't make a divot, don't have to. That's the great thing about doing this kind of thing is you can do it however which way you like. There's no right way, no wrong way. It's all good. And I see that I'm a little crooked there, so I'm going to just take and glue this. This kind of stuff is easier to do before you sew it into your signature, or sew it into your journal. There we go. Okay. So I am going to take and glue it down here, just a thin line. Okay, and so this one here, let's do a little collage type thing, shall we? Let's see, what do we got here? I have got papers and papers and papers. And I tried to find papers in my stash that would actually kind of go with this. And I like this page because I am going to, what are we going to put in behind that? We should put some, a little bit of music in there. So I'm just going to take and do it like so. And I'm going to take, we might need a little bit more. Do we need a little bit more? I'm going to, let's take this a little bit off of here. Like so. We're going to, like that. And then I'm going to take, let's see, does this fit in there? Or should we make, we should make it a different color, shouldn't we? We have a little bit of pink to bring the pink from this page. So let's just take some of that pink. And let's put it in here like so. I want to rip that a little bit more. I don't want that to look so prim and proper. You know, time sure flies when you're having fun, I tell ya. Oh, you know what? Oh, let's do this. This is a piece of book page that I had, and I just stamped on it. So let's just put that as a random. Oh, see what I did? Oh, that could have been a catastrophe. Oopsie. Whew. Catastrophe diverted. Oh my goodness. Okay. So then I'm going to take and I'm going to glue this. Did I just cover up my pink? No. Okay, I'm going to do, but I did put glue where it shouldn't have been. But we'll do that. There we go. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to just take and put, sometimes it's just to leave that little peekaboo. It doesn't have to be all fancy covered up and everything. It's just, sometimes just to leave that little peekaboo is nice. Okay, so I am going to put glue all along here. And with this glue, it really doesn't have to be a lot. I'm putting a very thin amount. Very thin. Sometimes what I do is I don't have one handy, but I'll take my glue stick and just kind of smear it. And I'm going to just put that like so. And put this here. Bring that down like so. Over. There. Now, if we wanted to, I'm going to put a little more glue on this one here. There we go. There, just gives it a little something. A little something. Now, with this one here, let's see, how far did we make that hang over? Not very far, but we have a little bit. So let's put a little interest on this page here and just add. Let's just add a little, doesn't have to be much, just a little book page. Just a little piece, not even the full amount. Let's make it look like there's something in there that is a little different. There. Just like, oops, drop something on the floor. Won't be the first, won't be the last. Okay, so this here, I know, it looks kind of awkward, it's not. Okay, so this here, I'm just going to take and glue that. There we go. Okay, so let's see. Did I take them out of order? Did I? I think I probably did, but that's okay. Okay, so let's see what we got looking here. See, looks good. All right. We got this, and we got this in here, and I think I really want to put this here like this because I like that way it looks. Okay, so we have our little pocket there. And we have, this is our centerpiece. So we're going to do something with that right away. And there's this page and this page here. If you don't have a tear ruler, just do it however you like, or don't. Fold it, cut it, whatever you like. But I'm going to just give myself a raggy-taggy edge here because this sticks out a little bit. And so that's what I want to do. And as you know, I save these pieces because I put them somewhere. Okay, so now we have that. Let's do this last page here. So I am going to, what did we do? We did the collage, we did the full page. I have another one of these pages here, so let's just do this anyways. I just really like these pages. And I'm going to take and trim off some of that. About yay much. And we're going to use it right away. And I won't ink all the pages while you're with me, because I don't think I need to. Well, I will this one here because I'm going to put, are we going to put it something? No, let's not put it because we got the, oh, we have this ratty-tatty edge to do yet. Okay, let's do, I have this blue ink. Let's just do that. I'm just going to ink here. I want to ink my desk. Should we doodle on that too? Or should we wait and see? Let's try something here. Let's just do a little. See, I don't know if it's going to show up. It just gives a little, if it does, great. If it doesn't, oh well. What did it cost us? A little bit of time. Little doodles are fun. I like to doodle. Do you guys doodle? Doodle doodle? Okay. Like there's something. See, it looks like there's something back there that you should be able to look at. That's what I liked. Add interest where it doesn't have to be, but oop, jeez. This glue is going to be the worst get me yet. I know it is. I'm going to put some glue in there. This paper I had around, I actually forgot about it. I've had it around for a very long time. I am getting glue in there. Honest, I am. I don't know if you're seeing it, but it is there. Okay. Let's leave that like, oh, a little bit like that. Again, it gives it a little bit of added fun. That's the only thing with using this paper and gluing it in place. You gotta make sure that you get it squished down really well. I'm just gonna put a little more glue down here. It looks to me like that didn't get glued very well. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we have that done. A little bit here, a little bit here. If you don't go around the house, go around the house twice. And by the house, if you haven't heard that saying before, is to go all the way around. Do that twice. Then you're sure to get your edges and they'll be nicely glued for you. And if they're not, you just go through it and fix it. Okay, so we have that done. Now we have one more page here that we're just going to quickly take and put some stuff in there. You can do this or not do this. It's your choice, of course. It's just something I like to do. That's all. I think I need to clean this glue tip, I think is what I need to do. It's not being happy. It's not happy. Okay. And ooh, I have this isn't this beautiful color? Girlfriend of mine, she dyes these for me, and this is a paper bag. Oh, this is beautiful. She plays with such beautiful colors. Okay, we're going to do that. And, well, why don't we just play with the rest of this napkin here? Don't want to... Like I said, if you get it too long, just cut it off. It doesn't have to see like that's too long, so we'll just cut that off. There. Well, I won't cut it off, we'll tear it off. And let's see. Let's put this let's put this piece in there. It looks like it really wants a home. I vote for using up your scraps the best you can. And I used to not use them in the project I was working with. And then I ended up with so many little bags of scraps that what I've started to do is use them in the project that they come from. And then that way, I am taking care of a lot of my scraps before they get so overwhelming. And if you're getting overwhelmed by your scraps, give yourself permission to throw them out. It's okay. Somebody said to me once, there'll always be more. And they were right. There will always be more. Just like if you're hoarding boxes, there'll be more. Okay, so we have that done now. All right, so let's quickly, I have a little thing I wanted to do, because this is part of the kit, and this kit, I love this kit. I am just going to make this a real quick, I'm going to round these edges, and I'm going to use, around the corners, I'm going to use this one here. Oops. Okay. And then I'm going to take my circle punch, and I'm just going to punch through both. And you can do this with any piece of paper. It doesn't even use a piece of your scrap paper. Okay. And I'm going to ink because, well, I gotta ink. But I can't find my... Where did it go? Well, maybe I can't ink. Yes, I can. I can use this. Because I don't know what happened to my other one. This one might be a little longer than a half an hour. So just bear with me, please. Okay, and we'll do on this side too, because why not? You're here, you might as well do it all. Okay. Then I'm going to just glue along here, and along there. just going to glue along the line, the fold that we created. Okay, so now what I do with these, because if you're doing a 3 pamphlet stitch, this is going to not get, it's only going to get 1 stitch and it's not going to hold very well. So what I do is I take my better glue. Hopefully I can get this to work for me. This was not working very well. And I put the tiniest, oh, it's going to work. I got a bubble. And right along, there we go, okay. Right along this, just the tiniest, as least amount as you can get, the thinnest line you can do. And not a lot. Okay, I'm going to put this pin in here, because if I don't do this now, I will forget. And oh yeah, try to, no, whatever. Okay, so then what I do is I take and I put it right in that crease. I glue it in there, because when I stitch through, it will just give it that added security, but it will be in the page where I want it to be securely. Okay, so that's that, and I'm just going to let this dry. You can kind of play with it a little bit. Make sure that you don't have too much glue. As you put it in there, it will spread. That's why you try to do it. You can see where this spread a little bit and came right off, because I was mucking with it. Don't muck with it until it's done. Okay, so I'm going to close that right up, put that like that. We're going to play with the next thing. There we go. Okay, so envelopes. I love to play with envelopes. Now, I have already trimmed these to be the size that I need for the height of my journal. And I'm just going to take and open this one up, right up. And I'm going to open up this one. Like so. And I'm going to do that because I want this side to be open, and I want this to open this way, and I want this to go in here. Oh, am I confusing things, eh? So, I'm going to trim this little piece off here. There we go. And we're going to put that on that flap. So we got the flap. And I'm just going to, oop. I'm trying to hurry now because I'm getting short of time. So don't hurry. You guys are okay. You can fast forward me or not watch. But this is a fun little project and something you can do with your scraps. And recycle envelopes. Okay, so now what we have is we have this. And so because I like music sheets in there, I'm just going to put a music sheet right through here. And I'm just going to glue that on. And because my envelope is kind of brown, I don't care. It's good. I like that. Okay. I'm just going to take and trim this off. There we go. And I know I didn't do it quite straight, but that's okay. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't getting too close to the envelope there. Good enough. Good enough. Okay, I'm going to take and I am going to this and just give it glue. Yeah. Oh, no, that was that. This doesn't want to open up all the way. I think I have dry glue in there. I've left this bottle open so many times, it's not even funny. Okay, so that's my 30 minutes up. I can hear it, but that's okay. I just want to get this done. And then we're going to put it in our book. Okay, now I want to use this as a pocket, so I'm going to close up this side because this is going to be in my book this way. I don't think that's straight, is it? No, it's not. So let's just put this straight. Might as well have it straight, right? There we go. Hopefully that's straight now. Okay, and I'm going to glue this side. And I'm going to, it's okay if it's a little, if you put a little much in there, it's up, that part is okay. And because I see I got this a little crooked, oh, there it is. We're just going to ink that. We're going to cover this too. We're not going to leave it like that. That's what we have our scraps for. Okay, and so then we're going to take this and we are going to, I have this piece right here. I'm going to put some glue in there. There we go. So I am going to just take this and put this like this. So let's see, can we put it like this? What does that give us? Oh, I like that. Okay. I should probably take and straighten this out. I think so. So let's just it's not very even, is it? Okay, well, I'm just going to tear it right about there. Okay, come on. That's why I like to give it a little bit more. It's a little easier to tear when you got more. There we go. Boy, that was not easy. Okay, I am going to take and put this apart because I find when you're trying to I'm going to do this because I have another color that will go right in between there. And let's just glue it in. Let's just glue it in. Color done, right? Oh, this glue is terrible. So I guess I have to take and clean that head. I'll do that after this because this will drive my hands crazy. My wrists get very sore if I'm squeezing too hard and I have to squeeze like crazy. Okay, so we're just going to put this about like that, right? Just before the crease and make sure we're straight. Make sure that it still closes. Yes, it does. And trim this piece off. This is also a great way to get rid of scraps. Great way. Okay. So this here will be our pouch on this side. We're going to glue this too. I guess we could have left that as a top and made this pocket this way, but I'm making it this way because that's just what I did. Okay, and so where is that other piece that I said would fit in here nicely? Do it in order. Okay, and let's see where our fold is. Right about there. Yeah, right about. Maybe a little, there we go. There we go. And we can ink those lines. Let's do this one. This is really not good. And I don't want to use my really expensive glue on this because, well, this works just fine. Okay, and we're just going to put that right in like so. Make sure that this is up here. Ooh, get up there. Well, it kind of telling me where it went, didn't it? There we go. This closes. That closes, okay. Squish it down. Check this off. I'm not worrying about this back here because we're going to glue that into our book. Okay, and then we can take this one, and I think I'm just going to glue it right in and worry about trimming it off in a bit. Okay. Still folds. Oh, you don't. Oh, and there we go. Okay, I'm going to trim this piece off. And then we're going to try something different. Oh, I can see my scissors need to be cleaned in the worst way. Ugh. Okay, so now we have this. Let's go over here and let's look at this piece here. And let's see, what do we want to do? I have these full pieces. Do I have a half piece here? No, not this. That's a pretty page in there. Okay, we'll do that. And we are going to fold this over like this. And then we're just going to take this. I think we'll just do that. Just glue it in and cut it off, right? That sounds good to me. The only thing we have to be careful about is cutting this side. Or we can wrap it around too. We could do that too. That might be what we do. Okay. light. We could at this point leave this as a, we could make this as a little tuck thing, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to glue it. Glue it in total, but you could leave it as a little tuck spot for something small. Okay, so we're going to cut this off. And this here could go across here, or we can do this. And we're not cutting nothing, we're just ripping. And it won't disturb our page there. Perfect. Okay, so now we have this, and we just have to do something on here, and this is where I'm just going to take my leftover pieces and just start gluing them in. Let's start gluing them in. I do like to have a little more ragged edge, and I should have thought of that before I did it, but I didn't, so we're going to do it now before the glue sets. That's one thing that's nice about this glue, is it takes a while to set, so you've got a little bit of free time to play. There we go. And we'll just scratch it. Let's put that. Let's put that that way. We'll start with our straight edges and work up to a. And then we'll decorate this next time. Let's see. Let's put this. Let's just, oh, no, shiny object. Oh, shiny object. Like that. And this is kind of sort of the colors in this kit, so that's why I chose these dyed papers, because they kind of sort of match the kit. Except for this one, but I love this one so much. But we could do it across here like that. Oh, I like that too. Okay, let's just do that, shall we? Layer, layer, use up your scraps. And if you have lots of scraps to use, I want some different ideas for them, I have a little series on my channel that is called Scraps, Stash, and Mayhem. And that is exactly what we do, is we use up our scraps and some of our stash, and we ease the mayhem. And that's always a good thing. I'm going to put a book page in there, because we don't want the, there. We want this way. You got to read your stuff. Make sure that you're not putting anything on there that you wouldn't want to have read by somebody in a nice little journal. You know what I mean? Okay. And let's put, we could put this down here too. Let's put it over here. So next week we will make, nope, next week we are going to make the cover. And I think I have an idea for what I'm going to do for a cover. I hope it's going to be, I think it'll be pretty. Okay, let's just... Okay, I am back, and my lovely neighbor is going to come over and have coffee. So, I am going to... Good thing I'm just about done here. So, like I said, next week we're going to be doing the covers, and I'm looking forward to that. And I think we might just take an, because we have this scrap, let's just do it. Okay, so I know I took us well over that half an hour mark. I hope if you stayed with me, thank you, much appreciated. If you didn't, I understand. Of course, you wouldn't know that I understand because you've already left. Okay, so there we have this all done, and let's just take and I'm not even going to cut corners or anything. I'm going to find a spot to put this, and I think I want to put it, where's that music page? Where'd that music page go? That's not tall enough. Well, it is if I cut this, do something with this. Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that. We got a minute. So let's just do, because I think I like it on the music page. I think that would be pretty there. And the music page is a little more solid. It will hold it and allow for the weight. Hopefully that's going to be enough coverage there, I hope. And we'll get this one. Okay. Oh, I think she's here. That's okay. We're just about done. Okay, and then I'm going to take this glue and I'm just going to, I'm coming. Yeah, I'm coming. This glue just doesn't. You can tell by the puppies. Company, yes, I know. Did you find somebody? Oh, Charlie, you found your girlfriend. Okay. So, oh, we want to make sure we get this the right way. This way. Okay, just like so. And I'm going to move this. I should take it out and move it, but I'm not going to because that would be smart. There, and then we have that. Gives it that little bit, and there we have it. So, we'll come back and we'll decorate this another time. But there we have it. We have our writing spots, additional, yes, I know, I gotta go. Puppies are crazy. There we go. Thanks for hanging out with me, and we'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.